don't know. I hate everything. I hate everything. I don't know.
It's okay, we'll do it.
No, I for sure did the intro because I looked over. I don't know. I'm doing it again right now. God damn it. Well, I'm glad I made Punkie go get headphones because that fucking sucks. I got to do this intro again.
You didn't do the intro?
I don't think I did. I don't know. Hey, Punkie, I don't think I was recording this whole time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I come to this apartment and I don't know how to do my fucking job.
It's called
Corona brain.
brain. Yeah.
No. All right. Punkie, I got to do the intro again because I fucked up. Oh, hi. You're listening to Service from Hell, a podcast featuring people that are currently in customer service positions or the lucky few that got out and all the good, bad, and infinitely irritating things that go along with that work. I'm actor and writer Kate Gaffney, and I am uniquely qualified to discuss this as I currently work, or I used to work, at a very busy and very popular comedy club in Los Angeles, and at least one of you listening right now has probably grabbed me and told me you were ready to order when I was running around like a crazy person. So, let's eat. I'd like to welcome our guests, the ride or die Corona champions, Leigh, Lamson-Quay, and Punkie Johnson, who have been with us on this journey this whole time, trying to figure out how we are going to ride through this. Punkie's getting her audio situation figured out. Oh, say hi, Leigh. I'm sorry.
Hi.
I didn't even let her say hi.
I'm trying to like suck on this cracker I have in my mouth so it no longer crunches and turns into baby food. That's what's happening on my end.
This episode I can already tell is going to just crush because I haven't been recording. The sound's had issues. Punkie's now trying to get headphones to work in her ear that we can see her on FaceTime because Zoom was a piece of shit last week. Nope, still can't hear you. Can definitely see your lips moving. Can't
Wait, it's
see
on
you.
mute though. Do you see
Oh, did I screw this up? Wait, that would be mute.
Oh, it's not.
Okay, try again. Oh, Punkie, I'm sorry. You would think it's my fault because of my technical. She's literally saying, fuck you, bitch. She's like yelling.
I can see your face.
Can see her mouth moving. Can't hear it. It's not plugged in.
Bitch, it's not plugged in.
That's not plugged in. I will die. Punkie, plug that shit. I swear to God.
Oh, stupid. It was me the whole time.
Yes.
Let me tell you what happened. My phone was on mute.
We're like, what the fuck?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I recorded none of the shit we've already talked about. So
let's start over.
We're going to start over, Punkie. Take two because I'm amazing.
I apologize. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. Guess who's a bigger idiot? The person who hasn't been recording this entire time. But the sound is so much better with you in headphones. So if you don't mind, we're going to stick with that. Okay, so we got a bunch of questions this week. The first one was, have any of us seen Kenneth since this all went down last week? And I have not seen him. Not certain I know what he looks like. Leigh, have you seen him?
I don't think I've seen Kenneth.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I've punched a couple random dudes just for fun.
Just to check in.
I don't know if they were Kenneth. I should have asked before I did it.
Yeah, Punkie, have you seen him?
I have not seen that piece of shit. But, oh boy. Whew.
When you do.
I haven't seen him in 8 years, but I promise y'all, when I find him, I'm going to tell y'all all about it. I'm going to tell Kate about it and ask if I can hop back on and tell you guys everything.
And they want, the listeners want to know. So we will do a special Kenneth update episode when that happens.
It's going to be the Unsolved Mysteries update.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Leigh will get us through the copyright issues because she will just sing it like she just did.
Yeah.
Okay, so sad news, and I don't know if this is accurate, but this is what I have heard, and I'm hoping that this is not true, but I don't know if you ladies have heard that the new date for customer service is going to be October sometime, as opposed to right now, we think it's May 1st, and I heard October. So, I don't know if you guys... Punkie's throwing up in a can. Leigh's crying.
That hit the same way. That hit the same way like you told it to me for the first time. That hit hard. Boop. I can't do October. Here's the thing. When we first started this off, I was very concerned about finances. And now I'm just concerned about my sanity.
100%. What's worth more to you? And I am 100% more invested in my sanity.
I mean, and you see the toll that this is like starting to take. And this is everything is speculation and it's changing all the time. So yeah, I am hoping that that's not correct because that's kind of from people that are working in this situation and saying, I listened to Bill Gates on Trevor Noah's Daily Show thing he's doing from his house, which if he's single, I don't understand how that's possible because that is a beautiful, beautiful man.
He is gorgeous, yes.
Slide into these DMs, Trevor, if you're listening.
Can we Wait, can you automatically at somebody and let them know you just said slide in?
I mean, I will.
Can we call Bill Gates and figure out how to vocally at somebody on Instagram?
I love that Leigh just told on herself and the real person that she's trying to slide in the DMs for is Bill Gates and I'm going for Trevor Noah. I'm like, okay, Leigh.
Don't judge me. I've been here for 4 weeks.
Yeah, but what he said was that crowds and like sporting events and things where there's going to be more than 50 people is the risk. And he was saying like well into after the summer. He said at the beginning of the summer, things could open up a little bit, but capacities of more than 50 before the summer, he said, was probably not realistic.
I'm also very concerned about football season. I mean, my wife is in here judging me because every time she sees me, I'm watching an old football game.
I'm judging you too.
Same. Also same.
She's like, you know exactly what's going to happen. What are you doing? I'm just like, I need some type of sports in my life. I don't know. I got days when I'm just like, okay, cool. This is what it is. We got to deal with it. I make the adjustment and I'm fine. And then I got days where I'm just feel like the walls are caving in on me and I feel like we're going to be like this forever. And I feel sick.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So that's real. I mean, that's anxiety.
I've been having the worst insomnia, which is really frustrating when you have nothing to do and yet you still can't, like, there's nothing. I mean, I've been baking a lot and I have like that kind of a deadline where I have people expecting things from me, but not like I have to get up and go to work anytime, but I literally probably am falling asleep at 4 or 5 in the morning, trying to go to sleep at midnight or 1 and then falling asleep at like 4 or 5. So I finally went to my doctor yesterday and got some anxiety medicine because I was like, I can't, I haven't been on it for years. And I was just like, I fucking need help. I'm losing my shit, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And if you can't sleep and then you're trapped in these walls,
That's the thing that, this thing did is like, we was just talking about it the other day, Leigh, when I think I text you and then I didn't respond to you for like 2 hours. And I was like, I had to apologize because I had caught this anxiety, just this cloud of anxiety. And I was like, I had to figure out how to breathe it out. Mm-hmm. Like usually I'll go pop a pill. And I'll be like, but this time I was like, let me see if I can control this and face it. And you was like, now we don't have the day-to-day operations that we usually do. So now all these feelings and these thoughts, we have to face them and be like, all right, come on, motherfucker. Okay, cool. Come on, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't have no distractions. We don't have work and we don't have friends and we don't go out and we don't have shows and movies and activities and events anymore. So now we really got to sit up here and deal with this high level of stress.
Yeah, no, exactly. When we were talking about it the other day, Punkie and I were texting because, and I'm grateful to have friends that I'm so close with, like you guys and a couple other people. Like, I feel very lucky that the family that I have, meaning my friendships that I've created here, I can reach out and be like, yo, I'm literally melting down right now. And I just needed to say that out loud or tell somebody, and it's like, we're all going through it. But it's literally like, one of the things that I've learned about myself in this is that I really ignored a lot of my anxiety and put it on a shelf and then in lieu of dealing with it went to work or like overscheduled myself with friends and meetings and or just went out all the time or like I like my alone time sometimes, but I want to be able to choose when I have it.
I want to make the choice.
Yeah, and since I've been forced to like live in my head, listen to my thoughts. And my mom's best friend, Orally Styles, is this like spiritual leader up in Portland. Not the way it sounds weird when I just said that, but she's like
none of that does. It's LA. No, that doesn't sound weird at all.
But she's like, she used to own a crystal shop, but she's like she's a minister, but
spiritual
she doesn't.
Counselor.
Spiritual counselor. Thank you. I couldn't come up with the word. Anyway,
we're doing great over here, guys.
Yeah,
we're doing
great with words. So she called me the other day just to check in, and I just immediately started crying because I didn't know that I needed to talk to her. And then I did. And she's like talking about meditation. And I'm like, even though I'm here and I have all this time, I feel resistant to meditate because it means that I'm going to have to be quiet with myself. And that's really scary. And she's like, and you just have to be okay with the fact that it's scary and feel the fear and push through it. And I know that's like heavy shit to talk about right now, but because we're trying to be light and fun about it. It was really helpful to hear because she's like, it's okay. And there's something on the other side of being scared to listen to your own thoughts, but you just have to go through it before you get to it. And I think there's a lot of people that are sitting at home listening to their own thoughts for the first time in a long fucking time and are like, oh shit, I might lose my mind.
I mean, I think that that's fair. And one of my really good friends is a spiritual counselor and a channeler. And I talked to her today for 2 hours because I just said, hey, I need you to talk me through the fear. And people in her position were born for this. This is their job. This crisis, they're like, come at us. We got this. We have so much to say.
Yeah.
But I think it's real. We're walking through it all together. We're collectively grieving as we we've said. Have you guys, Punkie, did you want to weigh in? Sorry, did I interrupt you?
I just been saying, I'm just trying new methods. Like, I haven't smoked marijuana in a very long time.
I thought that's what you held up into the visual. I was like, is that what I think it is? What she's holding up?
I got some, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it and see how it goes.
What kind is it?
It's a hybrid.
Wait, sativa's an upper, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I need the sativa so I can work at night, so I can stay up.
Oh, are you having issues with narcolepsy? Because I'll trade. I'll fucking fall asleep. If I can have a problem with falling asleep wherever I am, I'll take that over insomnia any day.
Same.
No, I don't. My thing is, I have a problem with falling asleep when I'm not doped up on something. Because usually I have a very long day. I wake up, I'm out all day. By the time I get home, I'm tired. I don't need weed. I don't need drink. I'm just exhausted from the day and I can fall asleep. But now I have to be bad shit drunk to go to sleep now.
That's how that's how I feel. And I'm trying to, I have Xanax that I hadn't even thought about it until I started having insomnia. And I would go like 3 days without sleeping. And then on the third day, I'd be like, I'm going to start going postal and screaming at strangers if I don't, I'm just going to run out naked into the street. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something because shit's crazy. And so then I started taking it and I'm like, oh, great. Now quarantine's going to turn me into a fucking drug addict. Because
I just want to clarify, she definitely just used the Xanax that was under a prescription under her own name that she got from a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
So since we're on the sad tip and no one's feeling great, did you guys hear that Swingers and the Punkie both closed?
Wait, they closed?
Yeah, they permanently closed.
Real? Swingers, the restaurant?
Yeah, and the Punkie.
And the Punkie?
Because they're owned by the same.
Why?
It's not totally clear. I have friends that work for both, and Swingers had been hurting for a while. They closed the Santa Monica location in August of last year. And it had been teetering back and forth in Hollywood, but because it was such a staple, they were kind of floating it, I guess. And it only took very little time to close. And then they did a GoFundMe that they were trying to save the employees for, that a lot of people donated for. They almost have $60,000 raised. And then the owners of the company still announced that they were going to be done.
Dude, that's a legendary LA spot. I mean, I have friends.
Both of them are.
Yeah, I have friends that, the Punkie hasn't been there.
Been there since 1992, I think it said. No, not 92. That's not true. 2002 or 12.
The Punkie? No, 2012. Because it used to be called Coach and Horses.
That's right. 2012.
Yeah, because I used to go to, because it was a British pub attached to an Indian restaurant called Coach and Horses. But Swingers is, I have friends that are probably 10 years older than me and who moved here to do comedy years before I got here, who used to work at Swingers.
Yeah, they're saying it's 26 years old, I think is what it said.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm mixing up all these dates because my brain's not working. What's funny is right before I got hired at the comedy club where we are now, I interviewed at the Punkie to try. I just needed money and I was so desperate. And my friend got me an interview there. And the very next interview that I had was at the comedy club where we work, at the Comedy Store. I can just say what it is now. And it's so funny because at the time I was so butthurt that they didn't hire me at the Punkie, and I went back and tried to schmooze with the manager and bought a meal and was trying everything I could to get a job because I hated the job where I was. And now I look back and I'm like, wow, I got some angels around me. I'm so grateful.
Dude, yeah. I mean, the Comedy Store, who knows what's going to happen? And it is a small business. So,
yeah, that's my next question. Are you guys, has the thought crossed your mind that the Comedy Store might not open back up?
No.
Hell fucking no, bitch. Mitzi will rake up out the grave.
Yes.
Hell no. Mitzi will haunt any buyer and fuck up every transaction. Hell no.
I agree with those sentiments 100%.
I don't have a doubt in my mind. The Comedy Store ain't going nowhere. They gonna stand up and they gonna stand still. And I think, listen, the people that run the Comedy Store, they're not dumb. They're very smart. I just think they are in position to stay open. They helping us out. The things that they're trying to do for their workers is fucking amazing. They're taking I don't know, man. The Comedy Store is trying to give to us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're trying to give us more than what they've given us already. They're trying to figure out ways to take care of us still. Mm-hmm. So absolutely not, man. If the Comedy Store go down, they're going to have so many people to put it back up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that?
Oh my God. I mean, Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz,
Whitney Cummings.
I mean,
Christina Pazitsky just wore the sweatshirt, the Comedy Store sweatshirt on their podcast the other day. Everybody is ride or die Comedy Store.
It's a home. You know what I'm saying? It's an incredible it's Comedy Store is a home. Yeah, to all the listeners out there, y'all come to the comedy club. I mean, you know, not every place is perfect, but once you become family over there, you're in. And once you show some type of loyalty, you're in. You know, but don't come over there and play no damn games. Then you'll be out.
You'll be banned.
That's Punkie's dog, by the way, that was in the last episode. That Tawny, is that your dog's name?
Antonia.
Oh, Antonia. Okay, well, yeah, your dog's okay though.
Yeah, some hoes.
Okay, we're some hoes apparently. Okay, good. So you now what would you consider playing games at the Comedy Store that would get you tossed out? When you say don't play games there, what does that mean, ladies?
Don't come up in there and be disrespectful. Don't come in there and be seem like a privileged fucking douchebag or an asshole. Don't play no games. Don't steal. Just come and be chill. Just chill.
Yeah, entitled. We can smell entitlement from about 5 miles away, and I'll stop you at the door and I'll just be like, no. I mean, I look at a customer. I mean, I preface this by saying I'm a great server.
She all right.
But if you come at me with your entitled attitude from the beginning, we have one go round of niceties. And then we go straight to, no, we don't play that here. And you can take your money and fucking shove it up your ass and take it somewhere else because I don't need your entitled attitude. So come visit the Comedy Store. But if you think you deserve something by the time you get there, please go away because no one cares.
And that's another thing about the Comedy Store and any other establishment where the customer is not always right. that we don't play that around.
We don't play that.
We're gonna do everything we can to de-escalate any situation. It's not like we just trying to be dicks or whatever, but just not about the be no. But I'm the customer. Yeah, we don't. We don't care if you don't come back because we're better off without you anyway. So yeah, thank God.
I was working on a Kill Tony show, and I honestly don't care at this point because no one fucking cares. But
the rules are over. I've said where we work 100 times canceled. Now. Yeah, canceled. Spirals.
So I was working Kill Tony and I waited on 2 people, and Kill Tony for a long time had this great recurring audience when it was a smaller show, when it was in the belly room, and they were really well trained. They got their 2 drinks right up front. They tipped. They were just so happy to be there, and it's expanded exponentially, and I'm really excited for him. And now it's like sold out the main room every Monday night. But because of that, you get a lot of sort of low-lifey people that come in.
I need you to elaborate. What does low-lifey people mean?
Low-lifey is early 20s men who have no money
and no home training
and spend all their money on weed, but yet think that they deserve to come to a live broadcast of Tony Hinchcliffe's show and then not tip me after they get 2 like massive 2 arrogant bastards. I remember very specifically orders of people who fucked me. So, and I don't forget faces.
She ain't over it.
Not over it. That was about 6 months ago. So. But I literally went up to them. I waited till the end of the show was almost there, and I waited to see if they were leaving cash, and they didn't leave cash, and they were getting up to leave. And I went up to them, and I was like, "Hey, just want to let you guys know, I really don't ever think you should come back." And they looked at me, and they're like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have a lot of people who like to tip that would rather sit here."
My God, Leigh.
And they just looked at me like stunned, and I was like, yeah. Bye.
Bye. You know, it's so funny. I have one of the questions that I got was, do you usually confront people that don't tip you? And then are you going to say something different this time when they don't after the like pandemic? That's so funny. Punkie told a story on her episode where she said this guy wrote the total of the bill in the tip line. And I was like, oh, cool. So he tipped you the total. And she was like, no, I clarified. And
You're but when so he nice, said, Punkie.
Well, but when he goes, no, I meant the total was the total. And she goes, okay, so no tip.
Because then you'd be like, well, thank you, bye, and then run in the other direction and go ahead and take that double tip.
That's what I said. I was like,
you wrote it, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah. You signed it. You're too nice, Punkie.
I don't want to play with nobody's money. I mean, I know we have the right to do that if they want to be dumb and not read their shit, but my drunk ass be done did that somewhere. And I don't want nobody to do that to me.
I mean, I hear you. But then when he came back at you with that attitude, you weren't tempted to just run in the other direction and be like, fuck you. You already did it.
If you have attitude, yeah. But that is also the quickest way to lose your damn job. So we got to be smart too.
For sure.
Felony, honestly.
Well, it's stealing.
I mean, it's not if he wrote it.
I know, it's a gray. But so Punkie, so you feel really confident. I mean, I'm actually glad to hear this. That's why I'm making you repeat it. You feel really confident that the Comedy Store is not going to go under and is going to come back, even if, say it's October.
No, I think the Comedy Store is in position to have their bills paid. I mean, how much is it a month to keep the Comedy Store?
They own the building outright. I know that. And I don't know what the property tax or the city of West Hollywood tax is. I don't know what that looks like. And now that they don't have to deal with paying for the overhead of the actual product of alcohol and food, that cuts a huge chunk out of their budget. I don't know how much that is. And I mean, they have to pay into our unemployment. They pay an unemployment insurance that they still have to carry. The building itself, I would assume, still has to be insured. And insurance is double when a building is unoccupied. So I know they're sending people in there to sort of rotate. Managers are going in and doing inventory and walking around and just checking everything out and saying hi to the ghosts. And then they're leaving.
I'm like, that building is very occupied.
Oh, it's fully occupied. Even if there's no humans. Yeah, no, it's fully occupied with all of the corpses. But I know that they're doing laps in there, but I know that the insurance for that is probably enormous, and the unemployment insurance. And then I don't know, I'm not totally certain what else the expenses would be, but I know that management is
management is still getting salary. I know the talent coordinators are still getting salaried. So, I mean, I think that'll be, because I know that, you know, they're doing us a solid by paying us. They already.
Here's my thing. If they can find, if they can find chump change on the side to pay their workers, then they're fine. I would be concerned if they couldn't pay us. If they'd be like, look, I can't pay y'all, because they don't have to pay us anything.
Laugh Lounge and All Things Comedy just did this Comedy Gives Back fundraiser thing.
Shout out to Emily LaFord, who's a fucking princess badass.
Yeah, Emily LaFord helped produce that, and she's one of our talent bookers, and she's amazing. She's a G. Yeah, she's so great. And so she volunteered her time to produce that along with a couple other people, and Comedy Gives Back, which is a great organization, and All Things Comedy, Bill Burr, Al Magical, and they all, I think they raised $360,000 for comics that are out of work or something like that.
Lower, I shouldn't say it like that, but comics that were kind of right on that tier of they wouldn't sell out a room. You may know them, and they were either right about to pop or they were regulars at clubs, and you maybe they weren't right about to pop, but they were regulars at clubs. And they included in the description, but I don't know how this will work, the staff of comedy clubs. Yeah. Which is unbelievably generous.
I was just grateful that working comics, road comics, essentially, working road comics that you would go to see on a weekend that was an off weekend that were still great, but you didn't know their name, essentially. Those are the people that are you can apply and they will figure out how to give you money. But then, Bill said it was gonna be with for servers and bar staff too. Sorry, my sink is making a really
Leigh's
weird
sink
noise.
is haunted. It's because we mentioned ghosts. You conjured up Mitzi, fucking Punkie. This is your fault.
That's her letting us know that this question have been answered.
Yeah, right. No, totally. I just think that the Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store will stand.
The Comedy Store is never going away. I do, Kate, I do agree with her though. I feel like no matter what, even if it takes a second to rebuild to where we were, which I think it will, the Comedy Store's not going to close. There's too many people. So the telethon that happened on the 4th of April, which was 2 days ago? Mm-hmm. 3 days ago? Who knows what day?
What day is today?
What day is it?
But no, so a lot of the comics that were on that were saying they're basically were just having conversations with each other. It was essentially a really long fucking podcast between comics that kept throwing it to the next comic and the next comic. And almost half of them were Comedy Store's my home. Comedy Store's my home.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I couldn't watch it because I was afraid I'd get too sad.
It wasn't sad. It was it was sad in the beginning of it was kind of a shit show. Punkie, did you watch any of it?
Mm-mm.
She's doing no things comedy during this quarantine. She made that very clear in the last episode.
It was
hell to the no.
The first part of it was oh, you guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. But first 2 hours were a shit show. The rest of it just got funnier and funnier as the night went on. I watched about 4.5 hours of it and then I had to stop because I was losing my mind.
Just 4.5 hours?
Well,
Jesus,
our
Leigh.
friend Aaron, who's a server, kept texting me, did you see this? I'm like, bitch, it has been 9 hours. You're still watching?
A 9-hour marathon? Seriously?
It was ridiculous. It was 8 hours, but it was an 8-hour telethon to raise money for comics and the staff of comedy clubs.
Well, I think that's lovely. Punkie, someone, a comic who's in a different circuit than the circuit that you're in, I had told her, and she also listened to the episode, about how you were not doing anything comedy during this time. And she said that she thought it would be helpful if you spoke to comics that look up to you, which barf. I was like, who looks up to Punkie? Just kidding.
Everybody fucking looks up to Punkie. Everybody. It's ridiculous. Can we get these motherfuckers out of her ass? Are you enjoying your free asshole, by the way? Because it's been full.
Well, guess what? It's about to get fuller. So for all the comics that would like live in your asshole, what would you tell them as to, I mean, I know you explained why it wasn't healthy for you to do comedy things or why you weren't writing jokes during this time, but what would you say to the comics that are feeling a way about this and aren't really feeling in the creative space, but thinking that they need to be doing something creatively or writing jokes, or because they're not at your level? Because you kind of do have the luxury, because of the level that you're at, you kind of have the luxury to take this time off and just go crazy and do insanity and whatever else you're doing and listen to your barking dog. What would you say to them?
I never went through anything like this until now. So I don't know. I mean, at the level that I'm at, like right now, I have no excuse not to sell a TV show this year. So, I guess you just set goals first, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to say? What do you want to sell? Like you could be sitting down and wrote a whole script by now. You could have a whole pitch up and ready to go right now. You could, just try to be productive and have something ready for when all this shit is done.
So would you tell them not to write jokes, like kind of do it the same way you're doing it? Or would you tell them for the level that they're at that they should write jokes?
I don't know. I could tell you what the fuck I'm going to do.
Go ahead.
I had to really sit down and come up with a plan. I can't just be, my plan is I want to come up with a stellar 5 minutes so I could do late night. So when all is said and done, I got a solid 5 so I could do late night.
That has to be clean, right?
It has to be clean. And y'all know how hard that is for me.
I was just about to say, good fucking luck, Punkie.
It's probably going to take me 365 days to get that done. So that's a part of my plan. I wrote a movie. Making sure that's sold by the time this is over is another part of the plan. I'm still having meetings with a whole bunch of companies every day. I have at least 2 virtual meetings during the day. And I also have 3 TV shows that I'm working on selling. So those are my goals for myself right now. Sell this movie. Make sure these 3 pitches for these TV shows are in solid condition enough so my manager could see them and pitch them and sell them. It's a really cool show. I really can't talk about the concept, but every network is really interested in it, and they all want the pitch. About 4 or 5 of them want the pitch. So, I think by the time this is over, we should have it nice and solid, and we're going to sell it. But other than that, to any comic that's out there and they're kind of just losing their mind, you just got to find something to invest your energy in that's good for you. That's it, Be creative. Get on the goddamn internet, go live, however you got to get that shit out, get it out.
God, please don't go live. I'm so fucking sick of Instagram Live. Fucking people. I'm getting all these alerts that are like, so-and-so's on Instagram Live. I don't give a fuck. Go away. I don't need to see you bake a pie. Like, no offense, Leigh.
Wait, can I say though? Do y'all follow Jessime Peluso? She's a comic. Okay, so she posted this fucking video and it was called the Phil Collins Challenge. And I want everybody to go to her page and find it. She wore a unicorn head and then had like a workout outfit on, and she was standing in her kitchen. And at the beginning of the video, it says Phil Collins Challenge, and then she's like opening all of her cabinets and her refrigerator and her oven door, and I'm like, what is she doing, right? And then it's like, and then she starts the music to In the Air Tonight, and then at the drum solo, she goes immediately like boom, 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 boom. Instead of like the drums, she slams all of her cabinets. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And then she like tagged.
That's funny.
Dude, it was hilarious. And then she tagged like Whitney Cummings and a couple other famous people. She's like, tagged, you're it. And now everybody has to do it. Oh my God. I shared it in my story. I didn't get enough likes. I was very disappointed in my followers because I think I was the only person that thought it was fucking hysterical.
So that's funny.
But Whitney responded to her, you're a fucking dick. Like, it was hilarious. It was so funny. I want everybody to go watch it.
Oh my God, I want to do it. I love that she tagged. I hope that Whitney and I hope all the people she tagged actually do it.
I have to go back and look at it, but it was like, Punkie, did you go MIA during that story? Did you hear the whole thing?
I haven't been on social media.
But did you hear the story? Did you hear what I said?
The visual went dead.
Your visual went out.
Oh, yeah, I heard. That's because I was being nosy.
Oh, okay. No, but it was...
Quarantine's killing this podcast.
I know. Anyway, it was really, but silly shit like that. And sometimes I'm like, am I just laughing at this because I'm losing my mind?
Probably somewhat, but who cares? You're laughing.
Some things, like, we have a couple different group chats going, but Punkie and I have this one how long have you worked at the store? 8 years?
What today is?
I don't know. It's April 2075.
It's March 95th. And
it's tomorrow. What's happening? Time is irrelevant, Punkie. Just figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be 9 years in June.
Okay. So we've been on this group text for probably 8.5 years. It ebbs and flows, and like,
this is a good story. I'm already in. How we participate in. But basically, like, one of our friends just posted a picture of lawn furniture that she's about to buy for $10. And it's just like, but it's like shit like that. And I am sitting on my couch crying, laughing, and that's because you're going crazy.
Oh, I'm losing my mind.
That ain't because that's gold material.
Losing my mind.
So Punkie, or any of you guys. So we talked about in the last episode that there's kind of a stop date where if this goes until this date, you're gonna, you may have to reevaluate and like go back to New Orleans. But Leigh, you never said that you would go back to Mississippi. But
if it goes to October, I'm gonna be back in Mississippi then.
Yeah, I said July, and I really do. Financially, that's still a fact for me. So if you actually, because my therapist asked me this, she said, if you actually had to have a plan for leaving and had an actual date, would you write it down and commit to that? And I couldn't say yes for sure. So would you guys, if this went till October, would you guys leave LA?
No, well, not anymore, because now I'm telling you, I can make my life work with unemployment. Jesus, I had no idea I was spending $6,000 a month.
Jesus Christ, Punkie.
Girl.
Bro, my bills was like $3,500. And then I know I was throwing away $2,000 just having fun.
Yeah. I need to bartend. Goddamn.
I was out of town every other fucking month. I was going crazy. So I believe that, also I had worked so hard to get all that money. I was just excited. You put the time in, you put the work in, and you start seeing, the benefits of the labor that you put down. So I just started living life, but I don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I could deal with the $2,000 that unemployment giving me, and I'll hustle $1,000. I could hustle that. I have no problem with going back to living check to check like I used to before all of this stuff started happening for me. I have no problem doing it. And we get unemployment for a year. So I'm good. After April 2021, bitch, it's going to be bye.
So you're not going to in-sync your way out of LA for a full year, is what you're saying.
But the thing is, also, no, I'm not. But also, I really have faith that I'm going to sell what I'm going to sell.
Okay, so are they, I believe that too, because I think it's a great idea, but are they still buying pitches during this time? Because production is done for now.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's buying anything, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be. I'm doing virtual pitches right now. Virtual, just seeing if people like the idea, and if they do, then I send them my scripts. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my boy just pitched our movie to LeBron James company. And they asked for the script, and then we gonna meet with we probably gonna meet with Lena Waite's company if they still.
I was literally
Washington Comedy company if they still mean Jordan Peele. We got a list of people that we're gonna meet with virtually.
What's so funny is Kismet, like the Kismet of that. Before you said Lena's name, and I was just about to say to you, that's exactly what she did right before she popped off. It was meetings all the time, and it was pitch. And then Dear White People. Anyway, this is not related to this podcast, Kate. Corona brain.
But that's what it is. It's just, the LeBron James company, they interested in it. They asked for the script. Who knows? He could call back next week and be like, hey, we going to buy this shit. And then if they say that, then my manager going to be like, wait. We going to talk to, Jordan Peele. Or wait. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get at least 3 or 4 people that want it. And then it's going to the highest bidder after that. And whoever wants to keep our core idea organic and authentic like we want it, if we all agree on everything across the board, we're going to sell that shit and make it. The only thing that's going to stop it is making it. But we could sell this shit. Go into pre-production, which is meetings every day, seeing where we gonna do it, what's the budget, how it's gonna get done, and put everything together. We could do all that shit over the damn phone.
Yeah, you could.
And all that shit ready up and ready to go. That'll take about, I would call 3 to 6 months, and then have all that shit ready to go. It'll be ready to film. We could cast that shit through the phone.
Yeah,
you could. I mean, there's some, not a lot of casting is happening right now, but some is. I mean, people are auditioning via self-tape kind of a lot, more than I expected.
My goal here is to stop. My goal is to be ready for the future. That's my goal. I just try to wake up and take it day by day, just day by day. Every day I just wake up and I decide how I want to live and how I want to do it, and I move. So I'm trying not to think too far into the future as with this stay inside shit, because that gives me anxiety. So that's why if I be like, look, I'm gonna try to keep this shit together, try to have this ready for when this da. That's what keep me going. That's what keep me motivated.
Leigh, same thing for you?
Yeah, I would definitely not. My initial response is no. I would not say that I would make a plan to ultimately get out of LA at some point. I feel like my heels are dug in here. I mean, I don't know if I've said this. We've done so many podcasts. I'm like, I feel like I say
I'll edit it out if it's repeated. Go ahead.
But I do feel like LA, not just in entertainment, but just in general, it becomes a smaller city. The more people you know, the more time you spend here. And I have spent so much time working at the Comedy Store and working in entertainment. And I've been a pastry chef for the last 10 years. And I feel like my worlds finally started to collide. And like, I'm using all of the relationships that I've built, which is what, like, relationships in LA are your money. Like, that's where you're gonna, if people respect you and know what you're doing and respect what you're doing and they want to invest in you, it doesn't matter if it's entertainment or politics or pastry or whatever. It's like, they're gonna, like, that's what's important in LA. It's the most valuable thing you can have as is relationships and respect. So I feel like I finally have that with my pastry business. And I'm really grateful that once I came out of my deer in headlights phase of the first week of quarantine, and then I started posting stuff on Instagram and was like, yo, I still have a cottage kitchen and I'm still baking out of it, and we can do safe deliveries or safe pickups, whatever you want. I've been working nonstop. So, I mean, it's definitely the rude awakening is like doing it all alone without employees it's almost, I wouldn't be able to live off of it alone, but it's definitely helping supplement the unemployment that I'm getting. And what it's doing is making me go, I think the Comedy Store is a wonderful place to work, and I love it so much because I've worked there for 20 years almost. And I think it has become a crutch. And that safety net just got like swept away. And it's kind of what I needed to shove me into being a full-time business owner. I can't do the things that I want to do like immediately. But what it's made me do is like, okay, I have the time to bake, and now I have time to make an actual business plan that I had been putting off. So same as Punkie. It's like, there's still a lot of stuff that you can do if you have an idea of something you've always wanted to do. Now you have all the time in the world to plan it. So when somebody pulls the trigger on the gun and you can start the race, like, you're already there and you're already ready to go. That's kind of how I feel. Like, I mean, as long as I get unemployment for the next year and I can continue to sell stuff out of my cottage kitchen, and maybe I don't know that they're letting new vendors into farmers markets, but if they do, like, that's my next thing, is to try to get into a farmers market. And then I think I'll be able to sustain. I mean, like Punkie was saying though, I used to spend money every day. Out of my pocket.
Same. No, it's so insane to not do that. I know, same.
Like, I would go everywhere every day and spend money on nothing. Like, what the fuck was I spending my money on? Now,
I know.
Now I run past a Starbucks and I want to yell at people, like,
to go the fuck home.
Go home. Make your own fucking coffee. But then I'm like, okay, no, Starbucks needs us. We need to keep the money flowing through the economy. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I'm like, damn, I used to spend so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, so that transitions me into, and I don't know how candid everyone can be with this, but I was asked if there's an update on my roommate, because I expressed in the last episode that she wants to murder me. She is currently not speaking to me. She will not listen to this, I'm sure, but
she's really not speaking to you?
I mean, she's making a solid effort to keep her headphones on 99% of the time while she's at home. So, I mean, no, but also I am getting the message loud and clear. Please don't speak to me, because she's used to this lifestyle. I am not, and I need attention and I need love.
She works from home?
Yeah. Okay. She's a writer. So she's like, she much prefers to have me shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah,
and
writers are in heaven right now.
Oh, exactly. And it's exactly what we said last episode and what Punkie just said now. I'm usually at the house 20 hours a day. Like, she never saw me before. It's the best roommate situation of her life. And now she's like, oh, I got to deal with you. I'm all set. So I wanted to see how everyone's quarantine pals are doing. I think, Leigh, you have your kitties, and I'm sure they're living for this.
I started World War III with my neighbors yesterday.
Oh, why?
My upstairs neighbor is a meth head. I'm 100% convinced. And she builds furniture starting at 8 a.m. I mean, I don't have proof of this, but it sounds like she's building furniture starting at 8 a.m.
She's probably organizing her closets. That's what meth, which means just tearing everything out.
Something with a hammer. She's doing something with a hammer. Oh, my God. It's literally a hammer. It's happened for a year. The first couple nights she moved in, I went up and I was like, hey, it's 3 a.m. Could you stop banging the hammer?
Could you not?
And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just moved in, I'm building furniture. And I'm like, okay, bitch, it's been a year and 3 months.
So why are you still building?
How many pieces of furniture?
How many
we
IKEA
still
furniture?
Building furniture?
How many IKEA tables you got?
Can I grab that hammer so I can fucking hit you in the head with it? Great. No, but no, I literally the other night, Punkie was on this group text with me. It was 1:30 in the morning. Bitch is like, okay, I know Kenny Rogers just died, and God bless him. R.I.P.
May he rest.
I'll pour some out for him. I love me some Kenny. The bitch was having a full-on tribute to Kenny at 1:30 in the morning. Singing at the top of her lungs.
No.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God. I called the police and I called my landlord or my fucking building managers and they texted me right back. So I was like, look, if y'all are up, feel free to come over for the tribute because it's great.
Come to the concert. Yeah. It's live.
They came over.
Did they really?
Yeah, because I was like, if you're awake, come here because I'm not crazy. I swear to fucking God.
And then what? They listened to it and what happened? They
listened to it and then they went upstairs and they knocked on her door for like 10 minutes because she was so into it that she didn't hear the fucking door.
She was so high.
Something. And anyway, so it's a nightmare. And then the next door neighbor upstairs decided that he was going to put hardwoods in yesterday.
No.
Oh yeah, just decided. Didn't ask permission.
Oh my
just
God.
Put hardwoods in.
No.
So yeah, that's what's happening here.
Okay, and the kitties, Punkie. Besides, you doing okay with the quarantine partner? Or can you talk about it?
Yeah, my life is fine. I'm I have 2 bedrooms in this house, so when I wake up and the room that I'm in right now, I stay in it for about 8 hours. I don't think married people should see each other for 8 hours a day.
I think you are the smartest person I've ever met.
Ever. You're dropping such knowledge on everybody right now. Go ahead.
Why you think God created the 9 to 5, bitch? If you lucky, 7 to 7. Shit. So I wake up and I come in this room. I'm in this room at least from 10 to 6 every day. Wow. I mean, I leave to go use the bathroom. I leave to have lunch. I leave to take a walk. But other than that, I'm nowhere in the house but in this room. And then if I'm not working, I'm acting like I'm working. And
I think that you should be able to claim 24-hour a day work because your work happens in your brain and your brain doesn't stop. So
hello, that's real.
Yeah, it does happen in the brain. But my neighbors are just a little bit annoying.
Why? Tell us.
They just be tripping, yo. I don't think they taking this serious. Like they be having parties and company and that
would make me fucking crazy. I would be so mad.
I am mad, but I mean, what can you do? You know, I mean, and they got kids and like this. They be having like all these different people in and out, off and on the property and stuff. And I just stay away. I just keep my distance. You know, people are entitled to do whatever they want to do. But that's all I want to ask y'all: how many people are actually ballpark figure? How many people are actually infected in LA?
Oh, I have no idea.
The statistics go back and forth because the problem that we're running into, and this is the same thing that's happening in states with people that I know and love, is that there are not enough tests. And so some people will walk through this asymptomatically and should just be tested just to know, because if you have it or have had it, you don't need the vaccine because in theory you have the antibodies to be able to fight this. So you become the front line of defense against the virus. So technically speaking, we actually do need every single human being tested for this, including small children, but there are simply not enough tests. Thank you, Trump. I'm saying it.
No, and so he canceled the fucking CDC essentially.
Yeah, the pandemic response team.
Yeah,
he got rid of it. Yeah, it's awesome. I can't I'm gonna break everything.
Excuse me, that was Obama's fault.
No, it wasn't. Obama.
Punkie smiling.
I'm playing.
Sorry, that was my response. That was my response to my family because I'm like I have PTSD with my fucking Facebook, my family on Facebook, and every time they post something, I'm like, no, it's not.
Lee's pupils just became the size of a sliver, and she's like, I'm seeing red.
I was being so facetious, Leigh. I'm
know,
sorry.
but I know you would never. I know. I'm sorry.
Too raw.
It was
It's too raw. But yeah, so to answer your question, Punkie, we don't actually know because there's not enough tests to be able to decipher it. In fact, there's not even enough tests for medical workers to be able to see if they currently have it, because you can carry it and never show signs of it. That's sort of what the weirdness is with it. So it is why the mayor of LA said every time you are physically outside, have on a mask, do something. And when they were asking for the next 2 weeks for us to not go to the grocery store unless we absolutely had to, and to literally not be out is what we were asked to do.
Yeah, I saw an article yesterday that my friend sent me that was saying this week specifically.
This week and next week. These are the critical weeks.
Critical weeks,
yes.
Because it's starting to, like, the LA, if whether or not LA is going to be the next hotspot is going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we don't actually know. So
I posted, a friend of mine is a nurse in Oregon or Washington, the Pacific Northwest.
It's all the same at this time.
What's a state? So
what is time?
But anyway, she's a nurse and she posted how to make a proper mask, obviously without the filter, but a proper mask that is with a bandana and 2 hair bands that you use.
You can still get the filters. You cannot get the cloth that they were recommending. It's a garage cloth for if you work at with cars and things. It's like this blue. They said that's actually the best filter.
But if you have a bandana, there's the thing I posted on my Instagram. You can go, like, it's a really easy way to fold bandana around 2 hair bands so that you need to be able to put it around your ears, and it needs to cover your nose in a way that, and your mouth in a way that, like, actually
is effective.
Yes. I mean, so in the group text I was talking about earlier, Punkie, yesterday our friend was sending us, like, the different things that people are doing to put things over their head.
Dear God.
And one of them was like an old water, like a 2-gallon water bottle that somebody had cut the bottom out of and stuck over their head in the line of Walmart. It was the stupidest thing.
I mean, listen, people Despy. It's Despy. We Despy 2020.
Oh, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Again, delirious. I was crying at that. Crying, laughing. Like,
Leigh needs help. Leigh needs live comedy. Leigh needs help.
I do need live comedy. That's why I watch 4.5 hours of nonsense on Comedy Gives Back. Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
I know that the whole stay home is a big deal. Like, yes, everybody needs to stay home. It's not just about whether you feel sick. It's about if you are a carrier and no one can, and you can't tell that, and you're then infecting somebody else. Okay, I get all those things. I'm 100% behind it. I am actively practicing those things for the
yada yada.
I'm going to the grocery store, but otherwise. But Chelsea Handler posted, and I'm not disagreeing with it,
but you might. Go ahead.
But I have
finish
something to say about it. Okay. She posted the other day, Anne Frank and her family / friends stayed in an attic for 700 something plus days to try to stay alive. So the least we can do is stay home. Okay. Yes. It gave the square feet of the apartment they were staying in. And yes, I've read Anne Frank's diary and I get it. And yes, it was a great point. Right? However, if you live in a mansion in Bel Air that has
all the bedrooms,
20 plus rooms, a pool, outdoor space, acreage, I'm sure livestock, whatever the fuck you have, it's kind of like people in glass houses don't throw stones.
Yeah.
It's people in 20 plus room mansions don't throw judgment on fucking people living in 1-bedroom apartments in Hollywood trying to fucking not lose their mind during this quarantine.
Or studios. That bitch has rooms in her house she has never seen to date.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, Punkie, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was watching, y'all gonna laugh, Drew Brees, because I'm crazy about football right now. And
who dat?
Yep. Who that? I'm just watching him and his family. They're just having a good time. They have a trampoline, a basketball court. You know, every day he's posting them out in the yard, flipping and doing dunk contests and shit. And I'm like, these motherfuckers have no idea what it feels like to be us.
No,
none, zero idea.
And I'm not saying anything. You know, I mean, I could have been there if I would have worked harder 2 years ago. But the thing is just that no, Chelsea, no, bitch. No, I'm gonna call you a bitch and tell you no. Absolutely not. Don't fucking say that to people that are not in the same position as you.
Exactly.
Okay, bitch. If I had a basketball court and a tennis court and a fucking pool, I don't think I would be at a fine line between insanity and having my shit together.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you are not. You might. P.S. Like, I'm sure that they're not alone. I am sure that Chelsea Handler is not sitting in her house, her 800-room mansion by herself. I 100% am sure about that.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck no.
Yeah, it's trying to liken it and be. It's the same thing though that a lot of these celebrities are bored as fuck because they're so used to just being seen and being photographed and being out. And now that they don't have that same level of attention, now they're just like tipping their top hats on fucking Instagram Live and doing nothing and thinking we're going to be impressed. No, do what John Krasinski did. Create a cool like positive news network. Create videos. Create content. If you're an idiot and you think just because you're hot we want to see you. No, that was true when we were all super distracted, but now we need entertainment and you just sitting there with your thumb up your ass being like, I'm hot. It's like, move on. We need more than you just being attractive.
Yeah, like, no, you can't call Holocaust. Like, no, you cannot call Holocaust on a fucking person living in a studio apartment trying not to lose their goddamn mind and maybe going to the grocery store every day.
Do you think Anne Frank would have had a damn diary if that hoe lived in a fucking 10-bedroom mansion, had a basketball court, a swimming pool, a damn track, bitch? If she had the fucking Olympics in her backyard, you think that bitch would have had a diary?
No, bitch, we would not know what the fuck happened.
Anne Frank, you dumb bitch. She would have been doing all kinds of shit, and you know she would have found a way to fuck Pete. So, I
mean... See? This is gold right here.
I'm crying. I cannot deal.
No, she wouldn't have written shit down. She would have been in the other room fucking masturbating. And then she would have fucking got up, went and fucking took a swim.
And if she would have wrote shit down, it wouldn't have made sense to make it a book because people love misery. That whole would have been like, oh, today, bitch, I was in a hot tub.
You know what? Now that you're saying it, because
Frank's revised diary, I cannot.
Anne Frank's revised diary as Chelsea Handler. Today I pet my beautiful dog
and all my pet pigs and my chickens that produce organic fucking eggs.
The tigers that I bought. Like, bitch, you know she probably got a fucking exotic animal in that damn house that's keeping her together.
She has a fleet of penguins that she just lets out to waddle around.
She only eats penguin eggs for breakfast. Fuck you.
I'm crying.
It wouldn't have even been a book if Anne Frank had the property that Chelsea Handler had.
Oh my Lord. See,
it would have been like, this hoe was having the time of her life.
You're like, where do I sign up for this attic?
I know this is not what this podcast is about, but I read this super interesting thing that I think everyone needs to recognize for our Olympic athletes since Punkie said Olympics. They interviewed Simone Biles since they moved the Olympics, and they said, obviously, you're participating in 2021. And she said, I don't actually know. She said, I have to be in peak physical condition, Olympics condition right now.
Yeah.
And she said, you're asking me to tack on a year to that.
Right.
And she said, I have to speak to my trainers and my mental health people and see if I can actually do that.
Wait, wasn't it the Winter Olympics?
It was June. No, she's not winter. She's
was
summer.
It the summer this year?
Isn't gymnastics? It was 2020. Wasn't it? It was supposed to be in Japan, wasn't it? It was 2020, right? I think it was June 2020.
Was it Summer Olympics?
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck
gymnastics is in the summer.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Right?
Sorry,
right.
I just got...
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Leigh. Fuck you for not knowing that.
I'm so sorry.
You're off the podcast. But I mean, it was such a good point because it's something we don't think about because obviously nobody in this room is, no offense. I love everybody in this. Well, Punkie's not here.
I'm a fucking Olympian.
Okay, right. No, Leigh, Punkie and I are not Olympic athletes. And so to remain in peak Olympic physical condition for an added 365 days, could you imagine?
No.
And I thought, that's something I never thought about. And so for her to be honest, even though she's in her early 20s and saying, I don't know if I want to ride or die for another fucking year.
Yeah, because that's a lifestyle choice. Like, you literally have to choose no fun, no food.
Zero fun. You may as well be Anne Frank, live in a goddamn
You're
fucking
Anne
attic.
Frank. Yeah, there you go. That's
Let
the real
Chelsea
Anne
Handler
Frank.
call it. Simone, who healthy? If Michael Jordan can shut up, bitch.
Are you for real, Punkie? You're not on her side? I was with her.
No, she's yelling at Chelsea.
Side with that.
No, she's yelling at Chelsea.
Believe Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
But that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely on Simone's side. It's very hard to, honestly, if y'all want to be honest with y'all, in this quarantine, the only thing that I actually have been consistent with is working out. I work out 6 days a week.
Same. It's the only thing that gives my brain a break.
It starts the day. I can't not do it. It's not. It's vanity somewhat, but it's sanity more than vanity.
And I feel good. My legs haven't looked sexy. I'll be looking at myself in the mirror working out. I'll be like, damn, bitch. Damn, you got some badass legs. I do got some good legs, bro. Now, if I could lose this back fat, bitch, we all in.
If I could lose all my fat, bitch, we in.
Bitch,
but
I got back fat too. God damn it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You got big titties, you got back fat. That's how that works.
I got some beautiful titties.
I know,
but they're coming off. The titties are coming off.
Stop saying
Wait,
that.
are you gonna get top surgery for real?
Just gonna have a little, we're just gonna reduce.
No, I don't want you
Wait,
to.
are you really? Because you just don't feel like in your power with them the size they are?
No, these motherfuckers just too damn big.
I mean, they are big. Did your back hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get a reduction too.
My back is aching, my jaw's too tight, my booty shake.
From left to right. What? I know that song too. Woo! Okay. So another question that we've gotten is, so Punkie, everybody thought it was hilarious that you were using The Walking Dead as the thing that you were watching to comfort yourself during this time. People could not handle how funny they thought that was. They thought it wasn't serious, and I had to message them and say, no, she for real meant that. But they also wanted to know, are there any other things that you are watching to comfort yourself? They thought that at the end of the episode, because Punkie don't listen to these episodes, I included us singing the Family Matters intro because I thought that was so funny. But they wanted to know if there's anything besides The Walking Dead that either one of you are watching. I mean, they knew you weren't watching it, Leigh, but anything else that you're watching besides, like, Punkie's not watching comedy, or anything that you're like, I just turn this on and I feel better and I leave it on as white noise in the background. I don't care. It's something that grounds you in this insanity.
Golden Girls.
That's a good one.
Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Okay, now see, that's one that we all know.
Yes. No, Golden Girls, 100%. And I swear, I think I said this on one of the last episodes. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself, but who knows
She does. Did you guys know she's a pastry chef? Because she's never said it. Did you guys know?
I just want everybody to know I'm not a... I don't know what the fuck.
You're not a sir. You're a pastry chef. We know. We know, girl.
Who knows? But
we're losing it.
Losing my mind. But I also have been watching a lot of Magnum PI, Murder, She Wrote, and Heart to Heart because it's on the Hallmark Channel.
What's Heart to Heart?
It's an old detective show. A married couple solves mysteries, but it's very 80s positive murder mystery before shit got real dark. So it was still like
it was pre-Rescue 911, but post fucking Murder She or post whatever the hell, I don't know.
Because I think Murder She Wrote was like around the time of Hill Street Blues. It was before like cop shows got super dark, before Law and Order SVU,
before fucking Cops.
Yes.
The actual show.
Yeah. But like it's the kind of show where like the murderer confesses at the end of every episode.
Every cop's dream.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's all I'm doing. I'm watching Hallmark Channel all day.
It's essentially Scooby-Doo with like real people.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody be confessing. But Punkie, are you watching anything besides Walking Dead to feel better?
Football.
Oh, you said that.
Football
Okay.
from 1989.
But honestly, my favorite show is Grey's Anatomy. That's just my top dog.
Wait, in real life, that's your top dog?
Oh, she loves that shit.
I have this crazy thing for Ellen Pompeo. I'm in love with her. I love her. I think she's amazing. I love her family. I'm a creep. Not like I'm not creepy. Like I'm not gonna go like stalk her, but like I could just watch her all day. So I'm sorry, that sounds creepy.
No, it doesn't at all. That's just you like him white and alpha. That's all right.
I admire her work, And so I watch Grey's Anatomy, but the thing is, the last episode of the 16th season comes out Thursday.
Really?
So Friday is the day where I will sit down and watch the full 16 episodes from the 16th season.
I haven't watched them.
So Friday I'll start episode 1, season 16, and I'll watch that for 2 days.
Wait, so you treat it like it's Netflix, so you wait to watch it until everything is out for the entire season?
Yeah, I can't wait a week after. I need to see Ellen.
Oh, bless you, because you've got a strong crush.
Once that's over, then I'm gonna start it back to season 1. Because I'm gonna finish watching Walking Dead probably by Thursday.
How is that not making you crazy? If I was watching The Walking Dead right now, I would be insane.
100% same.
So depressed.
Couldn't handle it.
This ain't doing nothing but prepping me. I'm just getting ready.
See, this is why you're my ride or die bitch.
Let me see. So I'm I'm about to be into season 8. So it's 2 more seasons. So that's about 26 episodes. Let me see. What's 16 plus 16? 32. So I got, let me see. I got Wednesday, Thursday. I'll give it 3 days. I could finish watching 32 episodes in 3 days.
Goddamn, Punkie. You taking these meetings and also watching all these episodes.
She has a full schedule.
Because I know what's going to happen. So it's honestly just playing in the background. Long as I just,
Yeah, I have those guys. The Office is that for me, and Parks and Rec. If I can just let those go in the background, they create so much like less trauma for me. I'm like, just turn it on. I don't have to pay attention. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this question is kind of tricky, so feel free to skip this if you want. We don't have that many questions left. Punkie, I know you got a lot to do. Why haven't we started a GoFundMe? I've been asked several times, and shout out to Chandler and Earl for sliding into the fucking Venmo. The number of fucking people that have just handed me money makes me want to openly weep. I can't even deal. But why has either the Comedy Store or us as individuals, why have we not started a GoFundMe? I've been asked this by several people, and I have an answer, but what do you guys say?
I think I haven't technically started a GoFundMe because I think that a lot of people are in the same situation that I am.
Exactly.
People that done ask me for money. I'm like, bitch, I ain't working either.
Same. I've been hit up too.
What you asking me for? And you know what else gets on my nerves right now? I'm not going to say no names, but Leigh, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Kate will tell you in a second. But they got people that also want you to do their dirty work for them. Like we all have to hunt right now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. We all have to hunt. We all out here. We got to hunt for Lysol. We got to hunt for tissue and groceries. We have to hunt and we have to hustle. I got fucking one of my friends hit me up talking about, well, if you find this in a store, you get it for me. I say, how about this? I know that they're getting a delivery at 8 a.m. Won't you meet me there at the store at 8 a.m. and you can get it your damn self? The bitch said, well, I can't wake up that early.
What?
I'm like,
you've got to be kidding me.
Yes, that happened today.
What do you have anything else to do?
Why at this given time in this climate, I cannot just be out here hustling for people that's not hustling for themselves.
No, exactly.
So
more now than ever.
Yeah. And with the GoFundMe, honestly, I think that we can do it. But in my heart, I think it would be, I just feel selfish asking other people for things.
Exactly. Me too.
When I know that they're in the same situation that I am.
They're suffering too.
Everybody is. My GoFundMe is posting on Instagram that I can still make pies for people.
But that's not even a GoFundMe. That's you are producing a product that is excellent, and you are saying, here, pay for this excellent product that is homemade and clean and locally sourced. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a good answer either, other than I know everybody is, at least the people at our level, are suffering with us.
Everybody's suffering. I mean, and that's just, it's like solace in and of itself is just knowing that it's like, I was saying to somebody, I have a good friend that I used to work with at the Comedy Store in La Jolla who lives in Sweden. He's a cop in Sweden. I was talking to him today.
Is he single?
He is single.
Hello.
I'll introduce you. He's very sweet. He's also a chef and he's a cop.
Come on. Okay. Come on.
Next time he's in town, boo-boo, you wait.
Thank you.
He's very sweet. So I was like, it's insane that I'm talking to you. You're in Sweden. Like he had just woken up and I was just going to bed last night and we were talking and we're in the same situation. And I said, I know that this is the most isolating feeling that most people in their lives have ever felt, but it's also the most communal experience in our lifetime that we will ever have and that people before us have ever had since, I don't know, in the last century.
Since the Great Depression.
Yes. Like no one has felt this way in the same way in 100 years.
Ever. Yeah. In
or a little bit less than 100 years.
Yeah.
If you're going to the Depression,
Great Depression.
as the last one. Yeah.
Sure.
So when was that? Late 1920s, right?
Before then, the 10s, the 14, 15, 16, right? Wasn't it?
Was it? I think officially it was like 20.
Oh, no, it was after the Spanish flu. You are correct.
So I think it was late 20. So like we're like 90 years or something away from when that was. And I feel like that's the last time that people actually globally had an experience that
literally everyone was going through.
What I'm hoping is that it doesn't make us all into isolationists again. I hope that it brings everybody together. You know, he was saying in Sweden, he's like, in Sweden, actually, people are still allowed to leave their house because we have common sense. And I was like,
that's so real. I've been to Sweden.
Right.
That's so real. It's so real.
But I was like, yes, you do. And true that. But it was really funny.
Okay, so that's what we're watching. That's how we're feeling. Punkie or Leigh, do you have any words of comfort for people whose business has closed down during this time? And I mean, to be honest, I don't, because I don't know what to tell them as far as, well, don't chin up, kiddo. You know, everything will be back to normal by ... But for the people that maybe worked at the Pikey or worked at Swingers or who were in some form of customer service and their job, they weren't even furloughed, their job shut down. So they come out of this with no job to go to. Do you have any words of encouragement for them?
Pray.
I mean, word. No, for real though.
I mean, also look, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I try to just really focus, like every single morning. I try to be like, you know what? I'm here. My family's here. You know, I can't do nothing but be grateful. You know, I get to wake up another day and grind. And I'm 100%, I'm 500% grateful for that.
Yeah, that's funny because the next question was, what is the greatest blessing for you out of this so far? That's truly what I have written down. So for both of you, what's the greatest blessing that has happened as a result of this entire pandemic, but in the last few weeks? What do you consider the greatest blessings?
I honestly feel like having the Comedy Store as my crutch has, like, as much as I appreciate it, and I will be so grateful when it reopens and I can go back. It made me realize that I can do anything that I put my mind to. I just have to do it and stop making excuses. And I am a hustler, but I definitely am a procrastinator. I'm equally a procrastinator and
equal
a hustler.
parts. Yes, 50-50 split.
So, you know, and when you're making money like we were at the store,
you get lazy.
It's lazy. You really have a hard time. Like, I started making excuses. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I had to be there till 3 a.m. So why did it, you know, it's
which are not, those are real, those are facts.
And
the job
facts,
was draining.
But I also, you know, I needed to jump off of the cliff on my own, and I wouldn't do it because I had this great cushion that's the Comedy Store. So I think that what this has done for me is fear. The fear of losing everything makes you fight like a motherfucker.
The fuck
yeah.
Up. Yes.
So I am just like, now I'm just coming out swinging every morning I get out of bed, whether I've slept or not, put on my fucking gloves and fucking start swinging. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready. So I'm grateful for that.
What about you, Punkie?
I'm just happy I get to wake up every morning and do it and try it again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am miserable. I'm not playing when I tell you I'm at that fine line of insanity.
Oh, me too.
It together. That line is very, very fine. I have good days. I have bad days. But, you know, I'm here. You know, every morning I wake up and I be like, all right, God, let's go hustle. Let's go find this money, you know. And I be finding it, too. I just got lucky and hooked up with BET and did something for their digital program, which is fantastic. That's going to pay my car note, my house, my renter's insurance, and my car insurance for this month. So, I mean, every month I'm going to find money. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you just got to get out there and hustle, bitch. If I got to go work at the grocery store, you know what I mean? Whatever I got to do to hustle and keep a roof over my head, then that's just what's going to have to be done. And I just want to big ups to the Comedy Store for real, because a lot of people really out there getting fired. Like, my homie just hit me up and told me the DC Improv just fired everybody.
Oh, are you kidding me?
They got a lot of Leighs and Jens and Danithas and Danas over there, and they fired them.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Been working there for years. And, you know, we are so fortunate to have the Comedy Store. I'm just happy about that. Because we still have jobs.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you.
I didn't know that.
It's a place that's iconic, and I think that the history of it is saving us a little bit in that it's a monument to comedy, essentially. So I think that, and it's more so even than the Improv is, because it was there before.
Yeah.
And there's something about Mitzi that's legendary, and it was Ciro's, and it just, like, there's something about it.
Well, it's LA history.
It has this gravitas to it.
Yes.
So it's gonna hold it longer than it is. And I feel really bad for these other people who've worked at these places for years and years.
I can't imagine.
It makes me feel really lucky that we have been ingratiated into this place place that is epic. It's epically, legendarily, forever going to be a part of Los Angeles. And I do feel like that. I don't think it's ever going to go away. I don't think we're going to get paid from our bosses for much longer. But I also think that Punkie said, like, the Joe Rogans and the Whitney Cummings and the people who love us and love that place as much as we do. Yeah. Like, we're lucky to be like in this blanket of a family of people. It's protected in that the people that love it as much as we do have means to save it.
To help us and to save it. Yeah, 100%. And that we are so blessed that they are not shitty people. They're good. The people that love it are good people and that they care and that we are so fortunate. And for my answer to this, I go back to the same thing, that the last interview I had before the Comedy Store was the bikie. And I would either be unemployed in a real way and come out of this with no job, or I would be surrounded by angels. And I feel so grateful for that, because this will end. It will. This cannot and will not go on forever. And it's hard to remember that, especially when you're in the anxiety spiral. It's really, really hard to have a touchstone and say, hold on, this will end. And innovation will come out of this. And new jobs will come out of this. And as sad as it is that the restaurants that have closed are closing, and that will continue. We have not seen the last casualties of this. It is the beginning. Yeah. But I feel as though there are blessings in this. There are. And pollution is down.
It's so thug. The Comedy Store is a thug life, dog. I promise you. Like, I feel like if anything would have happened where it looked like they was gonna shut down, how much you want to bet they'll turn that kitchen into a whole like restaurant spot, bitch? And bitch, girl, Antonio and fucking Tony will be in that back, bitch, cooking chicken tenders and fries, bitch, and fucking fried zucchini and shit. Girl, trust me, they're gonna find a way to keep that motherfucker open.
Oh, they will.
Believe you me. Yeah. Believe you fucking me.
Trust that.
Because they got a lot of restaurants that's still open. I actually went to Pizza Boys the other day, man. And the way they had their shit set up for everybody to have social distancing while still serving food to everybody, they was busy. So, and the food was amazing. And like 2 people could only go in there at a time. Girl, they had beer and fucking wine. I was like, give me a Heineken, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing that...
Bitch, they could open up that goddamn bar, and while people waiting for their food to get ready, they could buy a damn beer. They gonna find a way to keep that motherfucker open.
Well, I think that's kind of becomes the theme of this whole thing, find a way. And it is changing people for the better. And I went to Trader Joe's 2 days ago because they said that don't shop this week and whatever. And the employees had to keep coming outside and being like, hey guys, we're going to let people in 3 at a time. I waited an hour and a half to get into the Trader Joe's, and I didn't complain, and nobody around me complained, and nobody came for any of the employees. Nobody was yelling. And they said, hey, you can't bring your reusable bags in here. Mm-hmm. We're bagging for free. We're not charging for that right now. And everybody was like, okay, cool. Even the people that had a stack of bags under their arm just graciously walked to their cars, put them back in their car, and moved on. And so there is a softening happening because we are all so vulnerable. And again, that's not what this is about, but people at Trader Joe's are working in customer service and are probably used to getting shit on. Mm. And all of them were lovely. And they kept saying, hey, thanks guys for waiting. And it was like, of course we're going to wait. We're not trying to get this virus either, but they're so used to people coming for them for various whatever myriad of reasons, and people aren't doing that. So there are beautiful shifts happening in a real way, energetically and amongst people, that I hope will be permanent.
I hope it sticks. I hope it
sticks. I went to Best Buy the other day because I needed my dumb ass.
Best Buy is still open?
Yeah. Is that essential?
Let me tell you how Best Buy is doing it. Everybody have a different process. So I had to go to Best Buy because my dumb ass wastes tequila on my keyboard. So
you would, Punkie.
So I needed to go and buy a keyboard to get this project done for BET. So I was like, damn it. So I go to Best Buy, and they like, look, we're not letting nobody in this store. I was like, I have an emergency. And the man was like, we're not saying you can't come here. We just saying we're not letting nobody in. I was like, oh, okay, y'all got the system. Okay, cool. So I stand. So they got a kiosk outside of it's like they're running it like it's in and out. But
get the fuck out of here.
It's like a drive-through window.
They got a kiosk. They got like a drive-through. They got a kiosk outside. They got a line for people, and they got in the lines there's blue tape on the ground. This person stand here. Next person stands 6 feet back. You have to stand at the blue lines, or they're gonna be like, y'all standing too close to each other, right? So then they have guys on these little bitty handheld computers, and they're going up to every customer saying, whatever you want, pull it up on a Best Buy internet and give us the SKU number. So we give them the number, they go in, find it, and they have it sitting at the kiosk by the time you get to the front of the line.
That is ingenious.
It's in and out at Best Buy.
That's hilarious.
For a business that was actually about to go under before all this happened, that may save them.
Yeah.
Bitch, people are buying. Girl, when I came there, this nigga was rolling out a big ass 70-inch TV.
Who's got flat screen money right now?
I was like, what the fuck you buying, mister? He was like, I wanted a TV. I'm like, yo, this is out of control, bruh.
I get it.
Got a different system. Home Depot got a different system.
Yeah, they do.
The only people that's letting people in is Rite Aid. I go in Rite Aid. Everybody in Rite Aid, and I looked at this lady behind me. I was like 6 feet, bitch. The fuck is you breathing on me for?
Look, you have to tell people it's really obnoxious, but the Food for Less up the street from me is the same way, and I get it, but like, can you? But like, if there is tape here, you are looking at the tape and making a choice to be annoying, like, and to be like. Get out of my space.
A choice to be annoying. It's so customer service.
Ridiculous.
You've just summarized what it is to work with human beings. You've made a choice to be annoying.
And the thing is, it's like, you're old. Like at Food for Less, it's like an old man. I'm like, I know you're an alcoholic and you're shaking and you need your beer, and I get you, but stand on the blue line 6 feet behind me. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God. Well, you guys, like, thank you guys so much for being my ride or dies in this. This has made me so much more sane than I would have been without this. And you guys have kept this afloat. I'm so grateful. So thank you, stupid bitches, for riding on this with me.
Wait, what did you just hold up? What did you just hold up?
I got my food stamps.
I'm about to apply for food stamps, bitch. Hold that closer to the camera.
I'm about to too.
I know. food stamps.
She applied for that when we were on a Zoom call the other day, and I was like, you're dumb. And now I'm like, oh, now I need to apply for food stamps.
I know, I just spent $200 at Trader Joe's. I'm like, I ain't got that money. So I'm about to get some food stamps too.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to do. We're going to drop checks now. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to help us out here at Service from Hell, leave us 5-star review on iTunes, and please tell your friends to listen. I don't know what's been happening, but the organic growth of this podcast, I am so grateful. You guys are telling your friends, and like, I can't even tell you how much that means. These numbers have been crazy, and I'm so grateful. So please keep telling people. If you know anybody that worked in customer service or will or did or whatever, they may be able to relate, and it will help us reach more people that need to be schooled in the art of being kind, and will be catharsis for those of us still working in the industry. And if you have stories of your own, we'd love to hear them. We will eventually get back to the format. I know a lot of you have asked me, hey, what happened to the previous episodes? I have other episodes banked where we did the normal format where we asked everybody the standard questions. Thank you guys for asking. Those will be released, but because of the time and history that we are in, and because of how weird it has been, we're just going to keep with these Corona episodes, and because these bitches are keeping me sane, and I have to keep doing this format, because if I don't, I'm going to go crazy. So thank you guys for asking. But yes, we will get back to the original format that we had. That isn't changing. That's why these are listed as bonus episodes. So if you do email us and you do have stories, which some of you had, about your experiences with customer service at servicefromhellpodcast@gmail.com, we will eventually be reading those on air and episodes. It's just, we in it, y'all. It's weird right now.
So weird.
So yeah. So Punkie and Leigh, thank you guys so much. And remember, if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to go out. So don't be garbage and be good to people. It's easier that way. Thank you, ladies, again. You guys are amazing. We're going to get through this. Guys, keep breathing. If you have panic attacks, just breathe through them. We love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. That's going to be it this week, y'all. Bye. Bye. Punkie.
Bye.
That's it. Good night, y'all.
Okay, it's so funny you. Bitch, it's so funny your roommate don't like your stupid ass.
Oh, she doesn't. She's so done with me. Like, I can't even tell you, because she's so used to me being gone. Fucking for her waking hours, I'm out the house. Like, because before the Comedy Store, I would go work out for 2 hours. I'd go write with people or do my thing. I'd come home, I'd shower, I would leave. I mean, she saw me. I was a ship in the night. Like, she never saw me. Well, now I'm posted, and she's like, she and her boyfriend are like, and he lives alone. So I'm a little bit like, will you fucking go to his place. I was trying to talk to her all the time because I'd wake up and I'd be like, a human. I'm going to talk to this human. And so she never used to work with her headphones on. And I'm not kidding you. Like her headphones are on. If she's at her computer, her headphones are on.
I just imagine this girl with headphons on and the plug just dragging behind her, like not plugged into anything.
Walking room to room.
Like not Bluetooth headphones, but like the old school kind.
How you know her, Kate?
So we lived together in this artist flop house. I'd traveled the world for a year and I came back and had nowhere to live and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And so a friend of mine was like, go to this artist flop house. Like you'll be able to handle it. It's going to be great. And so I lived there for rent free, but she lived there too because she's an author and she was coming to Los Angeles from New York and she needed a place to live too. So she and I lived together for like 2 months. It was like a flash in the pan. And then she moved out and then her boyfriend that she moved in with broke up with her. So she texted me out of nowhere and she was like, hey, are you still looking to move? Do you want to live together? And I was like, I can't afford to live alone anymore. So like, yeah, let's do it. And it was fine for a while.
Until the
COVID-19
hit.
Now it's not great.
And I woke up to the fucking sawing and hammering, which I thought she was doing, and then it turned out to be her neighbor.
Oh, I would have lost
it. And then I started texting one of the management company reps plus my landlords, and I was like, this has become a health hazard to me because you're not allowing me to feel safe in a place where I need to and I'm supposed to be legally ordered to stay at home.
Good job, you.
So I was like, this is a legal issue for you now. If you don't fix this fucking problem, I'm going to sue you.
Good for you. You said that?
Yeah.
Good for you, Leigh.
He showed up here.
He was in his car.
He was here within 2 hours yelling at the guy upstairs to stop it. But then that guy came downstairs and he then he went up and yelled at him, and then he came downstairs and started coming up to my door, and then I opened my door because I saw him coming, and I was like, are you Bruce? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what are you doing about this? Because it's unlivable. And then he started talking, and then the dude that was doing his own fucking hardwoods upstairs came down and he was like, hey, I'm your neighbor from upstairs. I just want you to know that I have asthma and I've been trying to get these people to change this disgusting carpet for 4 years, and I'm paying for it out of my pocket because I'm not going to die from this disease because I have asthma and shitty fucking carpet.
Good for fucking him.
And I was like, yeah. And then the two of us fucking
powered down on Bruce.
I was like, what's your name? He's like, Jay. I'm like, Jay, sorry it took this long to meet you, but look, this motherfucker needs to and then like we went after this fucking dude. Oh my God. I wish I had it on camera. It was the best.
Ain't no sense in stressing what we can't change, but
exactly.
That's easier said than done.
The Russian store, our soup
place. Why you still talking in the mic, stupid?
I don't fucking know.
Because I'm still recording. Because I'm catching all this shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Because this is gold shit.
I catch all the good shit at this time when y'all don't think I'm recording anymore.
I'm like, I don't need toilet paper yet because I stole that fucking massive roll from the Comedy Store.
Jay, take that out too.
No, I'm leaving. That shit's staying in. Shout out to Henry. You're my favorite, Henry. Stay safe. Get healthy. I love you.